Hi, my name is Selena, and today I'll be lecturing you on the baby boomer generation. For those of you wondering, well, who are these baby boomers? Well, they are your grandparents, doctors, teachers, your coworkers, and so many other people. The baby boom generation is one of the third largest generation in today's history. In today's presentation, you'll learn on an insight understanding of the baby boom generation culture and how to better communicate and work with them. We'll be covering the history and background of the baby boomers, some characteristics and values of their culture, some positive and negative stereotypes the baby boomers get classified, and lastly, how the baby boomers communicate in their workplace. Baby boomers are born just after World War II ended in 1946 until 1964, making today's baby boomers range in age from 57 to 75 years old. They were named after the end of the World War II birth rate spike, and according to a 2020 Neomia Infographics article, there are 68.70 million baby boomers living in the U.S. Baby boomers have lived through the Civil Rights Movement, the Civil Korean and Vietnam War, and have also in the beginning of the technological advancement, such as the space exploration, the makings of a cell phone, handheld cell phone, the television, color television, and so many other more advancements. Some characteristics of a baby boomers include being independent as they are perceived as world changers and being fearless of changing and challenging the status quo. They are self-assured, meaning they have confidence in themselves and their abilities that they offered for a company. They are very competitive and always fight for their spot anywhere they go, as well as striving to be better than their coworkers and peers. They are resourceful, as some have been alive for some of the biggest technological advances and had to use resources that were first becoming available to them. Um, they are also goal oriented as they have worked hard to achieve for their promise of an American dream. And lastly, they have valued relationships, meaning they now spend more time with their families and loved ones. So, according to GetSmarter.com article, uh, some of the positive stereotypes or the strengths of them are that baby boomers are characterized as being workaholics. Um, they are more committed to their roles. They are also considered good team members, as 53% of an organization says that they work well with others. They also make excellent mentors to their colleagues and organization. Now, some of the negative stereotypes baby boomers are perceived as, they prefer a structural and discipline, uh, less to incline changes, which is the reason why they're so not cool about any change. They're also very competitive and need to be recognized and rewarded in order to keep being motivated to achieve more of what they're being asked for. And they're also regarded as the least tech savvy of all generation, thus not being able to keep up with the technological developments happening each and every day. Now, as stated as earlier, baby boomers are centered around work. They find their purpose in the workplace and stick to it, being the best that they can be. And they prefer um, a they prefer and work well in a structured environment. They like being told how to do, what to do, and when to do it by, and also seek stability and or balance between their job, life, and pay that comes from it. Baby boomers are easy to communicate when communication is direct and clear. Otherwise, you'll be facing multiple questions. They also don't understand modern slang, so it would be best to avoid slang terminology if possible. Finally, work style for a baby boomer. They have a really strong sense of community, which is why they are able to work well with others. They're enjoyable and they're really fun to work with. Um, and they're very competitive in trying to reach the top of the ladder. Um, so just yeah. Now, before I end this presentation, some interesting facts that I learned for this presentations are as followed. So, according to Investopedia.com, they were known as the largest generation in U.S. history until the millennials generation surpassed them. Many are working and living longer, uh, which is true, even though retirement is 65. I've seen many people live working past 65. They're also known as the me generation, the most important voters as well. And then the last 4 presidents have been baby boomers themselves. Now, to give a recap, we learned that baby boomers came from the end of World War II, and because of that, they have a strong work ethics. They have a negative and positive stereotypes, and ultimately, they are good communicators and just a kind of generation you would like to not only have on your team but also work with. Thank you.